The number one worry most women have is not to have the right outfit at the right time with the right price and feel very bored about your existing wardrobe. What if you have a personalized AI agent as an AI personal shopper for you to be confident about what's your wardrobe, what do you do, and with a beautiful design at affordable price will be look like? In today's episode, we're going to share with you the secret of how to use AI agent to help all the women to become a confident shopper and become a fashionista. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee, a director of product featured in Forbes. I've helped thousands of people land the dream PM job offer in FAANG companies and unicorn startup and continue to get promoted as product leader. In this channel, we'll talk about tech trends and free product management training. Like and subscribe, check out a new video every Tuesday. Today, I had the pleasure to invite the CEO of Style Magnet, Yasmin Johnson, to join us regarding how to use AI to help women to shop more confidently. Hi, Yasmin. Welcome to the Product Insider podcast.
Hi, Dr. Nancy Lee. Thank you for having me.
I have been very excited about this podcast, especially about your product. This is very, very exciting. Speaking to the heart of all the women. And I think everybody's trying to get hands on your product right now. I'm so glad to have you join the podcast and share with us regarding how you actually build AI shopper for all women out there with only 2 months. And Yasmin, can you do a quick intro about yourself and also your journey to AI product manager and AI entrepreneur?
Sure. Yes. So my background it started in UI UX design and product design, and as I was building Style Magnet, it was more of like a side project in grad school. I ultimately got my master's. I got a lot of help during my program, and coming out of that program, I was looking for opportunities in UI UX design. And someone approached me as I was like looking for some teams to kind of help continue to push the product forward, and they approached me and wanted to help me as a product manager. And I didn't know what that person was supposed to do. So I actually went to ChatGPT and I was searching what would a product manager do or help me with Style Magnet. And as I started to read the feedback, I realized a lot of the things that it was describing were the things I was already doing with Style Magnet beyond just creating the user experience design. And I realized also it was the things I love to do with Style Magnet. And so that then piqued my curiosity when it came to product management and ultimately as AI evolved, AI product management.
This is very exciting. So tell us more regarding Style Magnet. And most of our audience haven't heard about before, but once you get your hands on it, very exciting. So tell us more. What is Style Magnet? Why we need it? What the benefit of using that? And tell us more.
Yeah, so when it comes to Style Magnet is now an AI personal shopper that is helping busy professional women to delegate their shopping across multiple retailers because the online fashion shopping uh, ecosystem is spread across many, many retailers. A lot of women don't know where to shop or what to buy and are very overwhelmed and have a lot of this decision fatigue and just frustrations around shopping online. And so Style Magnet is a platform to help ease that tension around online shopping by guiding their purchase decisions. And then also, we have an AI agent that can be used to delegate the purchases on their behalf. So it started from my journey in fashion retail, from being a teenager and just having interactions with women coming in the stores and kind of needing guidance. And that evolved into me starting my own styling business and still having those conversations, which I later learned that was, use a form of user interviewing. And then it ultimately helped me to realize the strong pain points that women were having in this journey of shopping for fashion online. And that's how Style Magnet kind of came to life.
That sounds very enticing. So let's experience this together. Why don't you give us a demo regarding what is Style Magnet, what the experience look like for women shop by AI agent?
Sure. So we try to keep our onboarding process really simple. We ask our users a few questions about their body shape. So they answer those questions, we get their measurements, and then they choose what type of experience best fits how they like to shop. So they have three browsing experiences, but the one that stands out the most is the option to browse by either fit, or then they can browse by occasion. So typically, a lot of women are shopping by an event, or they want to know like what's a good fit for their body type. So a lot of women are following influencers and celebrities or people who have similar body shapes. So we wanted to highlight those two shopping journeys or browsing journeys. And so when you're shopping by your body shape, we have AI that gives you a fit match score, but then also gives you details on why this particular outfit or these products within that outfit are a good fit for you. And then we have the journey where you can shop by occasion and you can pick the occasion that best fits what you're going after, or there's a prompt based choice where you can type out what you need and then it'll give you source or surface the outfits that are aligned to that request. So that's where the journey starts in terms of discovery. And then we move you into purchasing. And so you have two options. We do recommend from retailers or trusted retailers across the online space. So you can shop directly from the retailer if you choose to go that route, or we have an AI agent that will take over the shopping process. So you don't have to go to five different stores and buying different things. It will handle that for you, as well as price compare to ensure that you never miss a sale. So if
Mm.
one store has the same, two stores have the same item and one store has it on sale, we want to ensure that you're getting it on the lower price versus the another retailer that doesn't have it on sale. So
Mm-hmm.
that's typically the process. We're just trying to make shopping online more efficient for the women who have so many other things going on in their lives and need to prioritize the things that are most important to them.
Yeah, I actually experienced this myself, and I'm definitely the early adopter of your product. I filmed another YouTube video 2 weeks ago regarding I came back to YouTube after stop it for 9 months. We talked about my journey, felt very depressed and do not love it myself anymore. One of the reason was because I had two kids back to back, and within 4 years, I barely had time to even go shopping. Even if I went shopping, my body shape changed. Just like once I have kid, the body shape is weird. Like I
Mhm.
don't know, banana shape, pear shape, like what orange shape, all type of shapes come up. Crazy. Just like didn't fall in love with myself anymore. And I remember the time. I think that's between my first baby and second baby. I was just pregnant with second one. I was like, you know what? Let me get something online because no time to go shopping. But I start ordering things online. My favorite brand, the clothes just doesn't fit me anymore. I just feel very depressed. My favorite brand is Reese from London. People should check it out. This podcast is not sponsored by Reese, but it's my favorite brand. So I just ordered like so many Reese like dresses, clothes, which I always love. When I put on myself, I was like, oh, did they change the designer? Why it looks so ugly on me? And then like now, like 4 years later, like settle down with all my kids and I go out shopping again. I was like, I put on the Reese dress again. Oh, look back to normal. It's not designer change, it's I change. Just like the
Mm,
emotions behind not able to find the right kind of outfit and also not having time to go shopping. And even if you had
right.
some time going shopping, also getting something just like not you like the most, even if you spend some money buy something, I gotta buy something, but I not like
Right.
the kind of experiences I wish to have. You definitely talking about those busy women. I think lots of moms, whoever is busy, should start leveraging your style
Right.
magnet AI.
Yeah. So I it's so interesting because I this week I had a conversation with another mom who was
Mm,
literally saying some of the same things that you're saying. And one of the things that's really important to me is that Style Magnet is a personalized experience that evolves with the woman. And so as
mm,
women, we are constantly changing, even from our style preferences. Like when you have middle-aged women who still want to be fashionable and they want to be able to express themselves in a unique and creative way, but they don't want to dress like their 20-year-old selves.
yeah.
But they also don't want to look like screaming I'm a middle-aged woman when it comes to what they're wearing. And so it's just like, how do you find that happy medium of what I want, but also considering that, yes, my body has changed over the years and I'm also in a different space. I'm in a this space in my career, and so I want to present myself in a certain way. So you're considering your personal brand, your body changes, and it is very taxing emotionally when something as simple as clothing can kind of determine how you show up in your day to day. And so the goal is to be able to create ease in that process so that you can feel more confident about what you're buying, actually get it and want to keep it, and then show up in the spaces that you navigate day to day, and really feel good about that and be more confident about what you have in your wardrobe and know how to make those better choices in the future. And so Style Magnet is there to continue to guide that woman in the different phases of her life.
This is so beautiful with the people you serve. So exciting. I'm going to link the YouTube video where I talk about why I stopped loving myself and also come back to YouTube after 9 months. I'll link it in the description show note. Also going to put it right here as well. And now, Yasmin, let's talk about the technical side of AI product management, right? So
Mm.
what's the secret developing AI product in just 2 months? What's your lesson to learn from 0 to 1? And I know you guys did it really fast inside the AI PM bootcamp within 2 months developing that. So how to do it so fast and really get to market so fast?
You know, I have to say, there was an advantage there because I launched the really early MVP of Style Magnet in 2024. And I built that using a no code platform, and I did it myself. And so I learned a lot. I did a lot of the things that don't scale, as they say. And it helped me to understand how AI can come in and create a better experience moving forward. So I took all the lessons that I learned from manually shopping for users as their personal shopper, for manually picking out outfits from my experience as a personal stylist, just being very intentional about what are we building and where does AI fit in, and also thinking about what are the features that my former users were gravitating towards, and how do we make that process more efficient and then take me out of it because I can't do all the things. And
Mm-hmm.
so, where do we put AI in there and it doesn't feel like I'd rather work with her or I need her because this is not good enough? So,
Yeah.
that was part of the process, and really breaking that down to my team and also explaining why we're doing it this way because of the learnings that I got from my past experience, like doing all this, building it from scratch myself, learning and having users on the platform.
This is beautiful. So let's talk about your like challenges and especially the beginning. So what do you think the big assumption you made earlier on that turned out to be wrong, and how did you course correct?
Mm. So I will say, I try with my UI UX background, I always try to keep the user involved in the process and listening. And whenever we create a feature, like, how does this match back to what I've heard in the past? So, in terms of assumptions, I think there were things like, for instance, when we did our user testing recently, we had this AI fit match button, and it almost looked like a tag. And so we were hoping that that would be something that people would gravitate towards, be curious about, and literally
Mm.
everyone missed it. Like, they didn't really pay attention to it. I think they gravitated more towards the visuals of the clothing and
Yeah.
wanted to like click on that and engage with that. And the goal was, instead of them having to click on the outfit, then click on the product, I wanted to surface that information on the first page so they didn't have to dig for it. So that was the
Mm.
goal of the fit match, to like surface that information on the first page, and kind of understanding how people navigated around our app and what they were actually looking for. We realized that we needed to create more like structured guidance when people come into the platform initially, versus assuming that they're going to be curious about things that they may not be curious about. And even giving clarity around what the AI agent is going to do in the shopping piece, because most people are used to like going to a cart, hitting purchase, and it's like, okay, well, what is the AI agent actually doing? And because they don't
Yeah.
get to see the behind the scenes of the agent going to the different sites, we
Mhm.
have to explain to them. So it's more of like, for because this is a new product,
Yeah.
being more upfront about what is about to happen, what we're offering, where the value is, like really communicating that in our user experience so people understand how we help them.
This is beautiful. You're right. Because we in tech, we see AI all the time. For people outside of tech, they always have some resistance or distrust, or maybe new to them. And regarding how to work is really getting me the best outfit or help me discover new brand. You're right. So
Mm-hmm.
educating the audience and understand, let them understand how AI is actually working, helping is very critical.
Yeah.
So Yasmin, let me ask you this question. Um, when you developing this, you led a team of almost 10, right? You have a team of 10 people, software engineers, developers, designers, data scientists do it. So what challenges did you face while implementing and developing such product?
So inside the AIPM bootcamp, the biggest challenge I will say up front was assembling the team initially and finding the right people. And then once I was able to find the right people, like it all came together in the end. But it was because this was an existing product, I think the biggest challenge was communicating the how it
Mm,
works. And then also ensuring that I'm communicating based on the way that people receive information. And so what I found was I created a Notion team space where I explained all the information, but I also had visuals. And so I was using Bubble. That was a platform that Style Magnet was on initially, and I walked them through how the things worked and broke it down. But ensuring that my leadership, in terms of my other product managers, really understood how it worked, why we did certain things. So I think the biggest challenge was ensuring that what my I had my vision for Style Magnet that was clearly communicated and implemented, and I also listened to how people explained what they were needing to do to understand how well they were grasping the information. The other side of it is the trade offs. So you
mm,
envision these big things that you want done, and the AI agent isn't working, or the retailer is not allowing for this particular piece for us to be able to get the information we need to relay to the user. So there are those type of things that come up, kind of scrambling to get it done quickly, but making sure that it's done right and it doesn't, crash, or it's working effectively. So there were some things that our designers were thinking about and wanting to do that we had to, you know, put to the side as like a nice to have, save for later type of
mm-hmm.
feature. And that always hurts because you want it to be quote unquote perfect.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what are the most important things that create the experience that we want to create in the time
Mm-hmm.
that we have?
Yeah, which is also the key skill as an AI product manager. We need to learn how to prioritize and really test out different features with the early adopter to figure out which one is most sticky. As the different features you mentioned earlier, you saw people like just reading through this in reality, like picture based. So I'm glad you use your thought leadership and the people leadership to really lead your team to effectively prioritize and build something so fast. Which I also believe in the age of AI, the only skill set actually cannot be replaced is people leadership, because nowadays you can use AI to code. You use AI to write requirement. You can use AI to do system architecture diagram. Actually, everybody in my team is using AI to do work every single day nowadays. We just become more and more efficient. And I
Mm,
personally believe that the only skill set cannot be replaced is actually the people leadership.
mm,
And those innovation behind it, as well as strategic thinking, and that's also what employers looking for, as well as those VC investors are looking for nowadays. And so people who's interested in gaining hands-on experience building production level product by leading a team of engineers, data scientists, designers, and honing your people leadership skills, you should check out our AI product management bootcamp. I'm going to link in the description down below. Our AI product management bootcamp is going to next cohort kick off in a week from now. Right now, it's going to get kick off 1 week from today. And meanwhile, you should also start building any kind of AI product and figure out what kind of great ideas you can leverage, start your own AI product as well. So you can go to the free checklist. We can download top 20 AI product ideas to gain real life AI experience. I'm going to link in the description of the show note, and you guys can go there as well.
So, also, I think what people tend to graze over when it comes to leadership is the relationships that you have with the people who you're working with. One of the things that I found is, and I was very surprised about, is the willingness of my team to want to continue to work on Style Magnet. And I think that has a lot to do with the way in which myself and my other product managers built relationships with our designers and our tech team. And so for me, it was always ensuring that they knew that I appreciated them for helping me with this project. And also the encouraging them. So still kind of pushing them a little bit to improve on their skills because that's what they were there for, to, become better and have that experience, but also acknowledging how great their work is, and then also kind of highlighting like areas of improvement. And so there was a balance of like, this is great, I also think you should consider doing this or do this and take this route because, and it's always backed by the intention that I have and the vision of how this all comes together based on experiences that they didn't have. Like, I've been talking to women about how I can improve this experience much longer than I've been with this team. So I have information that they're not privy to. And so everything I tell them is rooted in that. And so it's always showing that appreciation and building those relationships with those people. And I think that makes people want to continue to work with you when you create a good environment for them.
This is a beautiful story about leadership, and I'm glad you know how to manage your team and incentivize them, and also get them so excited. And I'm so excited about your product as well. I think the people leadership is very critical for people to really align with the product vision. This is so exciting. So Yasmin, another very technical question I want to ask you: what tools and model have you leveraged to create your AI shopper product?
Yeah, so our technical product manager, Davika, she did a really, really great job with testing out which models, considering price and also output of what we wanted to get out of it. So ultimately, we ended up going with Gemini, and
Mm,
there was a lot of like scoring and reasoning behind that. And once I kind of saw her thought process, I was very happy because as a former personal stylist, I need the output to be accurate, not to just,
yeah.
sound fancy. I need it to actually say the things that reflect what I have put into our database, and how we guide people to the product recommendations. So looking at that and how she scored that, that was how we ultimately chose to go with Gemini. Once we have more resources, that may change, so that we can maybe pay for more expensive models. But I'm happy with what we ultimately end up choosing.
This is beautiful. I think everybody right now is ready to sign up. So where can we sign up and try the AI agent personal stylist that we can use today? Can you show us where we can sign up?
Yeah, for sure. So as of today, you can go to Style Magnet's website, stylemagnet.co, and join the waitlist. And we'll keep you informed about the when we are ready to launch. So we're preparing for a launch around the end of June. If you are really excited about seeing Style Magnet getting a first look ahead of launch, please reach out. I'm happy to continue our user testing because we always love to get feedback and find ways to improve the product for our users. So I will open up user testing for people who are really eager to try it out.
Mm, sign me up. Ah, can't wait. Very excited. And discover new brands as well. Ah, getting back all the moms out of multiple kids. Come back, use Style Magnet
Yeah.
to
Yes.
discover your new outfit. Very exciting. Cool. So, what advice would you have for AI entrepreneurs and AI PM? Given you have gone through this yourself very successfully, what advice we have for others?
So personally, I think that my building that foundation in product management and AI product management helps you become a stronger founder. There's so much more that it comes with being a founder because you have to think about like how do you your go to market strategy, how are you going to raise funds to continue to keep this product alive. You are thinking a little bit differently, but I think being a PM is a strong foundation because of the people leadership element, the product roadmap and how you're thinking about that and what the future of that is. And then kind of making that the baseline and then moving into product management. And if you're still in a full-time job, looking around in your community because you may have people who are able to help you versus like not being in that space. So having others help you with that experience, people in tech, and start out as a project, a side project. That's what I did in grad school. It was a project. I wanted to see how far it would go, how people could help me. And I ended up learning from my different classmates and the people who have come and helped me along the way. And I just want to say I appreciate everyone who has helped, get Style Magnet to where it is today.
This is beautiful. So, Yasmin, let me ask you the final two questions, which I ask all the podcast guests.
Mm.
How would you grow yourself professionally and personally? Because I'm a big believer of lifelong learner and I'm a big believer of growth mindset. So, how do you grow yourself and
I
what
love this.
resources you use?
Yeah, I love this question because I too am a lifelong learner. I love to learn in all different forms of learning. Watch YouTube videos. I feel like I also learn from my community. So, really staying involved in aligned communities. So, whether you're in product management, you go to product management meetups, you go to tech meetups, founder meetups, entrepreneurial meetups, keep putting yourself in community with people because you'll also absorb and learn from the people who are around you and who you build relationships with because people are more likely to share things and share information. So that's the way that I continue to learn and grow. Reading books, yes, I love to do that as well. And then also, I'm a visual learner and I learn by doing and so experimenting. So if you're curious about something, try it out, give it a try, test it out. But all of those ways have really helped me grow. But I think the biggest thing is the community that I've kept around me and I continue to seek out wherever I am.
This is beautiful. This is the power of all the great wisdom together because it's a term saying that you're the average of five people around you. So make sure to
Mhm.
find the right communities to grow together. So how can people follow you? Where can they find you, Yasmin?
Yeah, so you can find me on LinkedIn, Yasmin S. Johnson, and you can also find me on all socials. The stylemagnet.co is the handle on social media. And also, we have a Style Magnet page if you want to just follow Style Magnet on LinkedIn as well.
Awesome. This is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing all the wisdom and advice and share your amazing product with us today, Yasmin. And dear listeners, if you find today's episode useful, insightful, and inspire you to become an AI product manager or AI entrepreneur, make sure to leave us a 5-star review because each of the feedback is very important to spread the words of our amazing product insider podcast to other people who need those motivation and wisdom to grow their AI product management career as well. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, at all the social platforms. You can imagine, just search the handle Dr. Nancy Lee, you're able to find us. And there's so many different kind of wisdoms we have shared to other podcast guests as well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and share all your feedback with us today. And this is Dr. Nancy Lee from PMAccelerator.io. I'm see you in my next episode right here. Thank you for joining us, Yasmin.
Thank you.